Alright, continuing down the road of me reacting to trailers. This next one is actually very interesting. So, a little bit of background. I remember when the first It movie was coming out. No, not the one with Tim Curry in it. Not that one. I'm talking about the one that was directed by Andy Muschietti and had Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise. Um, and this was back in the time when I was not into horror, and so I did not go see that first It film. I have since gone back and um, watch highlight or reactions to it, and I've also watched Channel Awesome's epic review over the film. So I basically know what happens in the film. But I did, however, go see it Chapter 2 in theaters, and this was one of the, I wouldn't necessarily say few movies, but one of the rare instances where I actually got out of my dorm early on in college. And this was October 2019, so right before the pandemic. And if you ask my father, I watched half of the movie like this the entire time because even then, or that was like right starting me getting into horror. I was a year into watching horror movies when I went to go see It Chapter 2. And so I do this so that I can, brace myself for jump scares. So that's the only reason. But we have a teaser for the It series. It Welcome to Derry, which is a prequel series set 28 years before the events of the Andy Muschietti film, if I remember correctly. But yep, without further ado, let's take a look at It Welcome to Derry, the official teaser for this series.
You poor thing. Get in before you catch your death of cold.
Now you just tell us where home is, and we'll get you back to your parents safe and sound, okay?
Anywhere but Derry.
Things that happened in the past.
My family and I just moved to town.
Oh!
Hey, baby.
Happened in your mind.
Today was 4 months. And they never even found a body. That means murder.
This business with the missing kids. Do I need to be concerned? Never a bad idea to keep the people you love close.
No adult's ever gonna believe what we saw. I wouldn't.
There's a history of stuff like this happening in Derry.
You kids keep your noses out of police business.
I'd heard voices. In the pipes.
Have you ever heard of something like that?
There's something bad here in Derry.
Okay, I thought there was going to be a jump scare. No. There's no jump scare. Thank goodness there wasn't one. Because I would have lost my mind if there was. Yeah, that looks terrifying. It said this fall. Do we know exactly exactly when in fall. I will look it up. I will look it up at a later point. But yeah, this looks very, very promising. Yeah, this looks very, very promising. The fact that Andy Muschietti is coming back to do this series, like I know people were iffish on his Flash movie that came out a couple years back, but I had a fun time watching it, and I think him returning to horror routes, I think that'll be really, really good. And I'm very much interested in seeing where he takes this story because, again, it's set, I think, 28 years before the events of his films. So, it'd be very interesting to see, because my assumption is that those kids aren't going to make it. So, it'll be very interesting to see, like, the events that lead up to their disappearances. But yeah, that looks really good and really scary. So, I don't know. I may watch that in my free time, or I may end up posting reviews of it right here on my channel. So, let me know down in the comments if you guys want to see me do a review series on this show. But in the meantime, guys, be safe out there, and remember, when a clown appears in the sewer, that means you need to run in the opposite direction and lock your doors and hide under your covers. Because I wouldn't want to see that, and neither would you. And I will catch you guys next time.